Hey, yeah, we vibing on this shit. Yeah. We ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, glowing up, but we still trapped. That's how a nigga survives. Flowing out, got the crowd packed. Yeah, that's how a nigga provides. Y'all insta this, y'all snap that, y'all diss this, and they snap back. Another mass shooting in the headlines. I'm like, damn, where that attack at? Cause y'all think this about race. They font that shit in your face. It's like every day it's the same agenda. It's really not that hard to trace. Fuck it, we might as well face it. Accept it, whatever it's wrapped in. There'll come a day when they run out of grace. So me and my niggas stay trapping. Yeah, ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Hey, someone be too who I wanted to be and then what I became. Ended up going my own way, but I couldn't stay in my lane. Now if I'm honest, I've taken a liking to wearing these chains. They hold me down, make it easier when I start feeling the pain. Out of the overflow, your heart, they say your mouth speaks. Well, my heart must be fucked up, cause I can't speak and I can't sleep. So I stay woke in this daydream. Got shit to do, got the world to see. Got the same crew, got some new fleets. There's an empire, fuck a boutique, that's real. I only say what I feel, got a new plate with the same meal. On a new hype with the same chill. Y'all too fake, I stay real. Got cast down from heaven, but I'm too good to stay in hell. I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah. Hey, I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, oh well. We ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the stone. He's heating up! Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
This is not about freedom. I'll use my power to get them out of the way. Come on.
I got hairy legs.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Inconceivable!
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, testing, testing. Test, test, test. Testing, testing, testicles. Testing, testicles, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 21, 22 hundo, and 20 schwam of the Daily Mother. Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustles, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. And today's episode of the Beastcast is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexing and all you.
Some fucking Catalina wine mixes.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
What's going on, fam? How are we doing today? Let's get this camera in bonus focus. I always like to do it live. Oh, there we go. Full sharp. How we doing? TCAP, Josh, Florentina, Cerny. We are live on all the channels, so make sure you take a moment right now and share the live stream. And let's get a round of applause for the Swole fam. Everyone tuning in, getting comfortable. What's going on? It's the Sunday Fun Day Q&A. Make sure you subscribe, share the podcast, and of course, we are live right now. And this is the perfect episode to share with friends, family, people that love to make some sick fucking gains or have questions or maybe annoy you with questions or maybe want to hear it from somewhere else. Besides, people that don't listen to you, but they'll listen to a bearded lunatic on the internet. Make sure that you share the stream right now because we are taking pure questions today. And I love fucking questions. We are repping the Stars and Stripes. It is the Sunday Fun Day, Red, White, and Swole, Q, and Anus. Not only that, we got a sexy Tainty boy. Round of applause for the Tainty man. We got the Tainty cam. Yeah. There he is. Very sexy beach. So Rufus might even be answering some questions today. Right, buddy? He's a good boy. He's a good boy. All right, so the Tainty cam is in full effect. Let's bust this nut open. First, start off by dropping the comments down below. What did you smash today? What are you smashing? And you can always start dropping your questions to hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Let's get today's live stream started. Hit that share button. Send it to some jabroni that needs to make some gains. Let's bust this falcon open. Oh, fucking nailed it. Excellent. Put some respect on it. Yaboosh. There we go. All right, the light went off for a second. See, that's what happens. You add a light, and then the light can go off. Hashtag Swole Privilege for a chance to win today's Swole card. We'll give that away at the end of today's episode like we always do, but you can get started, fam, if you got questions. Drop in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. There's some sexy beach. What you doing, buddy? Hey, Rufus. Hey, what you doing? He can stand his mat. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Yeah, sexy beach. All right, so we got some Rufus there too. You can start dropping your comments down below. Let's fucking go. What's our first question of the day? We could leave Rufus on the screen for a while. Get the nice Tainty cam going. All right, let's see here. First one is from Damien Afiari. And like I mentioned, we are only taking questions today. So pure questions. That's the beautiful thing about the Sunday Fun Day Q and Anus. Lots and lots of questions. Okay, so let's get into the first schwam. How many years did it take you to grow your hair, facial, and scalp? My facial hair, my scalp hair. I get this question a lot. How many years? I have no fucking idea. Like a couple? I don't know. Like I'm not sitting there with, I'm going to start growing my hair. Let me measure it. I've had it for a long time. Like how long does it take to grow? I don't know. As if hair just continuously grows, and if you don't cut it, it'll just keep on growing, and that's the length that it is. It finally reached that length. So the amount of time from when you started growing it to where it is now. Yeah, it's been cut many times. I trim my beard, I clean it up, and I cut my hair. You have to, otherwise you get split ends, and then it'll just, the hair will just get really dry and thin and, stuff like that. So I've had long hair for years, and I've had a long beard. I've had facial hair of different lengths. So I didn't always have a beard, but I've had facial hair for like 20 years. In terms of like a low scruff, I've had low scruff for a long time, just very, very low. So from a distance, it might look like I don't have a beard, but it's usually just like low facial hair. And then I just started growing it out like in 2015, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2014, maybe 15-ish, something like that. Something like that. I've had long hair for a long time. Long time. It needs to be trimmed. My hair? Oh yeah, no. Annika, needs to be trimmed to keep it healthy. For sure. For sure. And I'm overdue. I'm overdue. I'm getting my hair and my beard cleaned up at the end of this coming week. So it's overdue. Definitely overdue for me to get that done. All right, let's see here. Scrolling through. Florentina, I have obesity and I lost already 15 kilograms. Very nice. Is it okay to lose 20 kilograms this summer until September? Is it okay? I'm assuming there's a little bit of a language barrier. You're asking me, is it okay to lose 20? Like, is it good? Is it healthy by September? So what do we have? July, August? I'm assuming you're just thinking back more like we're in June. So June, July, August. So it's pretty much 3 months. I don't know if you mean 20 additional kilograms or if you guys talk about 5 additional ones, because 5 additional kilograms is what, 11 pounds, something like that. Or 11 or 12 pounds. So that's totally fine. If you're losing about a pound or so a week of fat, that's totally fine. So that's 12. If you're losing a pound a week, that's 12 pounds in 3 months. So that's a very healthy time frame. And you can lose more than one. You can lose 1 to 2. You can lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. And usually that's a good thing. It's a good range. It's a good range. Hold on a second. Hey. No. Don't lick the carpet. Don't lick the carpet. Roof is eating the fucking carpet. Tyler. Let's see here. Tyler, I am on the verge of getting a swole girl. Well, that's nice. Talking to her as I'm watching live. Do I show the gains after or before, or do I keep it private? Dude, what the fuck kind of a question is that? You're talking to her as you're watching live? Don't talk to her. Like, don't watch live. Go talk to the girl. Don't split your attention. Go talk to the girl. What do you mean show her the gains? Don't expose yourself in public. Just take off your clothes and just... Hey, stop eating and licking the bed. Down. And stay. Dumbass. What an idiot. He's a big goofus. Okay, yeah. Verge of getting a swole girl. I don't know what that means. You're just gonna show her. I'm just gonna show her your gains. I don't know what that even means, bro. Don't even know what that means. Talk to the girl. Focus. JP Mini Man number 2. Papa Swolio. Hey, Papa, I've been eating from home, and yesterday you said grass-fed beef for better quality meat. What is the better quality of other meats? I'm down 60 pounds since February, just eating from home. Very good. You should make your own food. Better quality of other meats. Really, beef is the best. But if you make sure you're getting soy and corn-free chicken, it's hard to get quality chicken. It really is, unless you're raising them yourself. Pork, it's really hard to get quality pork. Heritage breed pork, pasture-raised pork is important. But I would focus more on pasture-raised or pasture-fed hens from like egg-wise, pasture-raised, and then grass-fed beef. That's my go-to. That's what I mostly eat. All right. Finally, he's not eating the carpet, so he must have gotten bored with that. He'll fall asleep. He was sleeping in his cage before I came live, so decided to bust him out. So he was totally out, and he was like probably frustrated. Fine, if I'm gonna come in here for the podcast, if you're gonna wake me up for the podcast, I'm gonna lick this fucking carpet. Tejas Suraj, should I hit someone if they are troubling me? No, do not escalate to violence. That's not wise, because not only is that going to not make it better, you are asking for even worse in return. So do not escalate situations. That's stupid. All right, let's see here. Dr. Spoon, been listening to live streams and Rewind since 2019. Finally decided to join the fam. No more half-assing my health journey. Fuck yeah, good for you. Welcome to the fam. Welcome to the fam. Super stoked. I always like to hear, man, following since 2019. Man. Excellent. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome officially. Glad you are going after the 7 pillars. Remember, fam, the 7 pillars, you can check all that out over at swolenormousx.com. Free downloads over there. If you are getting distracted with your goals or you feel like, hey, what do I go after next? There's really no purpose. This is why when you lose weight, when you're just weighing yourself all the time and expecting to see less on a scale, and that's the victory, the weight on a scale doesn't tell you the composition, doesn't tell you the quality of the muscle you're building or the quality, in other words, like the type of body tissue, so to speak, that you're losing when you're losing weight. You might be losing muscle. So you can lose weight in many different ways. You can lose water, you can lose fat, you can lose muscle, you can lose essential things that you don't want to lose. So only gauging your progress based on whether the scale is more or less is really inappropriate, and it's not fulfilling. You think it's going to be. And those of you that have had big weight loss journeys, you could drop this in the comments below, because I'm always curious as to what you say, because I haven't had I've lost a lot of body fat because I used to bulk and I was eating crap and I was way too heavy for my body size. So I was over bulking. I was doing a lot of things that I wouldn't do today, which is why I advise against certain things. But when you lose weight and you have a goal weight in mind, how satisfying is it when you get to that goal weight? At first, it might be like, oh, awesome, I finally did it. But usually if you're going for a weight on a scale, a number, you're going to cut corners. You're going to cut corners and you're going to do whatever it takes to get that number down, which usually means eating less, not focusing on the quality of the foods, not lifting weights enough. Because if you're building lean muscle mass, that scale is not going to drop as quickly per se. You might not get to that number because you might think originally, hey, I'm 200. I used to be 150. I want to be 150 again. You get down to 150, but then you're putting on muscle mass. You might look better than you ever thought you could, even better than you were at 150 in the first place, but you're 160 or 165 because you put on lean muscle mass. Now you have curves, now you have shape. So that's what's really important. And most people just look at the number, and it's really, I think, is a very detrimental thing to do, is to really obsess over the scale and use the scale for your progress. I don't think it's not just healthy. I just don't think it's effective. Only in comparison, only in conjunction with all the other measurements and all the other analytics, pictures, body fat analysis, all that stuff. But I still think that's a little bit overkill for most people, but you have to get all the different dimensions. You can't just take a weight and stop focusing on just the weight. You'll find more progress. When you focus on the 7 pillars and you focus on those habits day in and day out, you're going to get those results. Depending on what your goal is, if you keep your head down and focus on that target and that bullseye every day, that's where you're going to be heading. Brenda, any plans for a Swole Fam in-person event like a gym takeover workshop or Swole Fam flash mob? We've talked about SwoleCon, maybe in the future. We've talked about that. A lot of stuff's been going on. So we had that plan for 2020 and then COVID. So things got pushed back a lot and time's just flying. So yeah, we will. We have something, we've been talking about that for a while, but nothing's planned right now. Let's see here. Brenda, how are the GTTFG ringtones coming? They're not, but they will be soon. Lots of stuff on the list. They haven't, no progress on them though. We already have all the audio, but nothing's been done to move that forward yet. So soon, that wouldn't take too long. We got a bunch of other things in the got a bunch of other things going first. Okay, let's see what we got here. It's Jasmine Savannah. Eat based on my body type, endomorph macros, or based on calorie count? None. That's a really almost incoherent question. Kind of, actually. It makes a little bit more sense when I look back on it. Endomorph, that's nonsense. I'm an endomorph, I'm an ectomorph. That's really more or less bullshit. The somatotypes is fucking nonsense. So don't do that. And I wouldn't do it on calorie count either. Like that's mostly all, you can throw all that out. I would focus on eating quality food. Check out our content, The Elimination Diet. Much, much, much more important to focus on the elimination diet. Focus on food quality, and then you can adjust the calories. So remember, when you're trying to put on muscle, you don't need a crazy surplus. You need to increase the protein. You need to focus on that more. And of course, overall caloric balance can be in excess, but you really need more protein and in that surplus. And so the surplus can be extra protein, for example. And if you're losing weight, of course, if you want to cut down on body fat, you still need sufficient protein, but it doesn't supersede the quality. The quality is the most important thing when you're focusing on your nutrition. So pillar number 2, focusing on nutrition, the quality is number 1. Quality is number 1. Always quantity number 1. Oliver Hallberg, what's up, dude? Dude, Oliver's been... When was it? 2017 or is it 2016? Oliver is super OG. Super OG. What's going on? What's new? British Bull. Papa Swolio, finished with my partner. Oh, finished with my partner due to her not supporting me and my goals. Can you come to the UK and find me a nice swole bird? No woke, purple haired, no septum piercings, please. Thanks, Callum. I would love to. I would love to.
Another example of cake gender would be if someone feels like they have different layers or flavors to their particular gender.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about your relationship. That's never a good thing, obviously. But if the other person's not supporting your journey and supporting your goals, that's definitely not working out. And you know, people do change, people do grow, and as much as they change, they do stay the same, but it's also about adaptability. You know, when you choose to be with someone, you need to make sure that your goals there is a similar direction. Doesn't have to be the same thing, doesn't have to be the same career, but there are certain fundamentals that you need to have in common with the other person. There really is. You have to connect on, there's a bunch of fundamental levels that you need to connect on. And it's not so much, you can support the other person's goals and it doesn't have to be the same thing that you're interested in per se. But you need to respect what the other person does or what their interests are. So yeah. Let's see. Training with Tyler. Papa Swolio. Do you see that Burger King is advertising their Pride Whopper? It gets worse with this shit. No, I didn't. Is it multicolored or something? No, I didn't see a Pride Whopper. Oh my God. So now you can get diabetes with their virtue signaling.
What happened to your queer party friends?
Okay. So no, what does it look like? Does anyone have a picture? You can share in the Daily Swole Telegram chat. Is it like a multicolored bun or something? Oh my God. Probably is. Probably is. Let's see here. Yeah, Annika, we were joking about a Swole dating app once upon a time. Yeah, I think they have that. We always called it Swole Mates, but then I think there's actually an app. I think there's an actual app called Swole Mates. That's what it should be. And I think it's, you meet people that work out. I mean, you could also just go to the gym and find people there. But at the same time, we've talked about this. We've had a bunch of people on Instagram especially ask, what do you do when you like someone in the gym? Because you don't want to interrupt someone's workout. That's a real gym no. You don't want to go and, hey, you got nice form. Want to go get a protein shake with me after? I'm seeing a picture in the Telegram chat. Hold on. Oh my God. No way. No way. Oh my God. There's no fucking, actually, of course there's a fucking way. Hold on a second. I got to show you this. Hold on. Let me see if I know how to do this. Wow. I got to do this right now. All right. Hold on a second. So they sent a picture of the burger. Yeah, it's the buns. What the fuck? That is kind of funny, but it's fucking stupid. All right, let's show this picture. So I sent the image to myself. Oh, it's not popping through yet. All right. Well, hopefully he'll come up. Hopefully he'll come up soon. So it is the bun. Yeah. So the bun is either two top. Oh, here we go. All right. I'll show it. Now I can show you. Perfect. I'll just put in balls deep. All right, so check this out. So it's the bun. It's the...
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
It's the burger, but it's either with two top buns or two bottom buns. So in other words, you can do whatever you want. They didn't really put that much work into this, obviously. I don't know who likes the bottom of the fucking bun. It's all fucking gross. That's a big shit sandwich. So super awesome for Pride. You can have, isn't it already inclusive with a bottom bun and a top bun because they're different? Yeah, I don't know if this really shows off all the alphabets, but it is what it is.
Matt Damon.
What? Why? Why? Makes you shit rainbows. Probably. Eric, let's see. Eric Peterson, can you summarize why obesity bothers you? It bothers me too, but I have a really hard time explaining why to people. I used to be 85 pounds heavier. I don't know if it's really... It's not so much the obesity, to be honest, because everyone is different. Everyone has different shapes. Like people have different shoulder widths and people have different different limb lengths. So people have different skin colors. People have different head shapes and bicep insertions and leg muscles and different ratios of all of them. So people have different, structures. We're all humans, of course. So it's not so much obesity in itself. It is that to an extent, but it's more the mindset, especially this kind of stuff, what we cover. It's because when you are promoting it as not being something that's fundamentally unhealthy and acting like because you are obese that you have earned some sort of status in society, which means by being effectively lazy, being sloppy. And people say, whoa, just because you're obese doesn't mean you're sloppy and lazy. It kind of does, doesn't it? For the most part, doesn't it kind of mean that? Like people don't have shame for how they trash their body. So eating garbage food, knowing objectively that it's unhealthy, and then promoting it as some sort of prize that you've won for literally not taking care of yourself. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that every single person has had the same journey to that endpoint, but this is a situation where you can judge a book by its cover in many situations. You can judge that book just because but you can't necessarily say whether it's a good or bad book. It's not about the personality, but if you see a book that's 1,000 pages long, it's a long fucking book. Whether or not the book is good or the information is good or not, it's a long fucking book. When you see someone who's 500 pounds, I think it's very fair to make some assumptions. I mean, obviously the person's not healthy, whether or not they had major physical trauma or stuff. Like everyone's got their own story. So this is not about people that had unfortunate things happen to them and they have a lot of health and medical issues because they got into a severe accident or they had some very, very rare condition. So I'm not hating on individuals. It's really about the mindset of it's really the apathy that those people that are obese due to apathy, due to lack of self-respect, due to the victim mindset. And it's very contagious. So not to mention it's a complete burden on our society. It's actually worse for the carbon footprint. Anyone that cares about the environment, that's really a major concern. But no one wants to talk about all the fucking waste that people that overconsume provide to the environment. But that's a huge burden on our healthcare system. So, and plus it makes less functional human beings. You can't perform highly as a human being if you're morbidly obese. You can't. Your brain's not going to function when you're sucking down garbage like that. It's not going to function as well. You can't physically do what other human beings can do. And doing physical things is very important as a human being. You don't take personal responsibility when people offset responsibility. Offset responsibility for their fucking health. It's your fucking health. You're responsible for it. It's no one else's fault. You did this to yourself. Especially when people are actively trying to justify it. So there's different things that I don't like about it. But I will tell you that I never go up to someone and be like, "Oh, well, you fucking fat ass, lose some fucking weight." I don't sneer at people and look down on people in the streets. I might look at someone and be like, "Jesus Christ, I'm so glad I'm not like that. What the fuck?" Like, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, I have those thoughts, and you're a liar if you say you don't have the same fucking thoughts. You're like, "Oh my God, that's gross." You fucking think it. You do. People do. You know, I don't look and be like, "Well, that person's a great individual. That person's beautiful. That person is so strong. That's powerful. That person's so brave." That never comes into my thought. I never look at an obese person and be like, "Wow, that person's really brave." I wonder what the fuck is going on with that person. Like, why are they not taking care of their health? I don't get it. I don't get it. It's like living on a different planet with aliens. I understand how people let themselves get like that. And again, there's always going to be someone in the comments, "Well, I had this and I had, this problem." Like, again, you're playing the victim. The message isn't for every single person. So we just don't make excuses. I go really hard on the bullshit. I go really hard on the justification, on the virtue signaling aspect of it, the health at every size garbage. And believe me, there's a lot of people. You see it all in the mainstream media. You see it on magazine covers. You see it on Instagram pages. It's all this body positivity bullshit, which really means like I'm beautiful just because I exist. I fucking disagree. I could not disagree more. Beautiful? I don't know. Maybe in your mind, but that's okay. Like, beauty is subjective. You're definitely not healthy, and you're justifying you want points, you want attention just for not doing anything. Because to be a healthy individual, especially in today's society, it's simple, but it's not easy. Like, you have to go against the grain for everything. I'm used to doing stuff that most people are like, "Oh, come on, don't you want to do something else?" Or, "Oh, my whole life isn't the gym." My whole life isn't the gym either. But in my life, I spend time taking care of my health. It's like, I don't want to spend all my life in the gym. Yeah, that says someone who's just literally doesn't want to take any control of their health. Everyone says that. It's so much easier just to show disdain of like, "Oh, well, my whole life doesn't revolve around the gym." All right, stay fat. Then stay fucking fat. Like, my life doesn't revolve around it. I just fucking exercise. It's not complicated. So anyway, there's a lot of shit I don't like about it. I think that's it depends on how you're defining lazy. So TCAP says, "I was sloppy, but not lazy. I would understand why one would assume I was lazy. When I was obese, I was still slower than most." It has nothing to do with speed. Lazy doesn't mean you're moving slow. It means you're apathetic, like you're not doing what you should be doing. It's pretty much what lazy means. So lazy, I'm not meaning like, "Oh, this person walks slowly." But yeah, you're not prioritizing. You're like, "Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I won't do it," or, "Oh, I'm okay." It's lazy. It's fucking lazy. It's okay to use these words, right? These words have meaning for a reason. Shame is good. You need to have a part of shame. Shame is like you looking at yourself, knowing that you could do better. Like, hey, the person I am is not like the person I am is going to be looked down on by the person that I want to be, or that I claim to want to be. You want to be a person? You want to be a person that takes care of their health? You want to be a person that looks a certain way or feels a certain way and has a certain amount of strength? You want to be a person that's proud of themselves? Then you have to act that way. It's like, hey, you want to be a certain type of person? Well, you better act like that every fucking day. Act like the person that you want to become, because then you'll be that person. Again, any reason around it. Like, why can't we use these words anymore? Why can't you be fucking lazy? Why can't you be obese and lazy? Again, it's like healthy at every size. I had this conversation. I had a post because did a post today. I think it was on TikTok or Instagram or something, where I was saying healthy at every size. Well, what is health at every size or healthy at every size? How are you defining healthy? It really doesn't even matter. The reason why these activists use the term health at every size is because it's a vague fucking term. Like, what does health mean? only having one disease, only having one comorbidity, two comorbidities, not having a serious medical event until you're 30. Like, what does it actually mean? Being able to do 20 push-ups? There's no real definition. You can look it up and it's like some general, it's general. Health at every size. It's a great fucking umbrella term for people to use and throw in your face because you can't quantify it. Same thing like white privilege, same thing like toxic masculinity. These are vague fucking terms that can be used as a goddamn like cudgel. That's why they're vague. That's why they can't really be defined, because they're not intended to define anything. Black Lives Matter. Again, also, what the fuck does that mean? Seriously, it depends on how you use it and what you capitalize and how you're leveraging it. Why do you think these corporations do all this pride and multicolor? You think they fucking care? They don't care. Stop pretending like they fucking actually care. Stop. They don't fucking care. They're doing it so people won't they're just virtue signaling to an audience. It's just tearing the country apart and it's going to bite them in the ass in the long run. They don't fucking care. Don't fucking care. It's like putting these flags in your bios and stuff. You don't fucking care. You just want people to think that you fucking care. Anyway, that's a rant. That's a rant. Welcome to Sunday Rant Day. All right. Okay, let's see. Question here from Xander Darks. Papa Swolio, is it possible to still build muscle without resorting to weightlifting? Resorting to weightlifting? You can do bodyweight exercises. What do you define as weightlifting? Bands and stuff like that? Because resistance isn't necessary. Resistance is required. It's absolutely required. So you're going to have to, doing body weight is still lifting with resistance. Weightlifting is just using some kind of different shape for resistance. So doing bands is still weightlifting. You're lifting weights. It's just a progressive overload with the bands. So you need overload, and body weight does tap out after a while. So you can definitely build muscle, but you need overload, period. Weightlifting is just an arbitrary way of doing it. You can use all sorts of different, you can lift bricks, like you can lift cinder blocks and stuff. It's still weight. It's resistance. Yeah, lift weights. Can you lift without using weights? Yeah, right. Taher Safi. Papa Swolio, how do I deal with muscle imbalance? You address it. You address it by strengthening the muscle that's weaker. Understand that a lot of times when you have a muscle imbalance, it can be as a result of a postural distortion. So certain muscles aren't activating properly. So I would target the weaker muscles with corrective exercises and focused attention. And also yoga is a great way to build symmetry with muscle length and resting length of joints and stuff like that. Yoga can expose what is really tight. So if you're like, oh, one shoulder is developing different and it's not balanced and stuff like that, and then you do a certain yoga pose, and on one side you're really rotating and twisting. How many of you have done that? You know, if you've done yoga, you experience it. You'll do a stretch, you're like, whoa, and you're bending. That's a great stretch. And the other side, you're like, wait, what the fuck? I just did this, and oh shit. And then you realize when you move your arm forward or something else, like, oh my God. And it's a fraction or like half the amount of range of motion. That's a red flag in the sense that, okay, that pose you need to really double down on that weaker or the imbalance there. So yoga will expose a lot of imbalances. That's why it's such a great practice. And when you create more balance with mobility, like for example with yoga, then you actually are able usually to activate the muscles better. Look at that tainty boy. A little tainty boy. Let's get a little tainty boy on the screen. All right, there you go. Round of applause. Let's get a little America. Fuck yeah! Oh, yeah. All right, hashtag Swole Privilege for a chance to win today's Swole card. It's going to be fucking awesome. It's going to be fucking awesome. Excellent, excellent Swole card. Thank you so much, Falcon. All right, hashtag Swole Privilege. Let us move forward with the next question. Marshall, with periods between every single letter. Okay. A little Eminem avatar. Papa Swolio, my parents don't allow me to go to the gym until I'm 20. Oh, no.
Matt Damon.
What the fuck is that?
I'm 18 now, and they say it will affect my growth. Yeah, well, they're wrong on that one. As at that age, no. At that age, you can definitely lift weights. I was lifting weights at, let's see, when did I start lifting? I started lifting weights consistently, or really more consistently. I started lifting weights when I was like 16. I think that's a really good age. A lot of kids start younger, but you have to be very careful. You know, when you're younger, I mean, with nutrition today and what we know about strength training, a lot of kids can get away with it younger, but you have to make sure you don't overdo it. A lot of these impact sports, like playing football when you're 9, 10, 11, 12, when your joints are forming, it's really dangerous for kids to do contact sports like that when you're young. All that impact is really not good for their brain development. It's not good for their shoulders, like football. I'm really glad that I didn't play football growing up. It's caused so many fucking injuries. People have lifelong injuries from high school and middle school football and shit like that. So yeah, you're 18. I mean, you can definitely be lifting weights. That's for sure. I would actually recommend it and encourage it. If you're 18, you should be lifting. So it's going to affect your growth if you don't lift. That's good. It's good. 18 years old, easily you can be lifting weights. But I mean, I was lifting 18, 19. That's when I was really fucking putting on size. But yeah, you're still growing. You're still growing. But at that age, your joint and your growth plates are not as delicate as when you're younger. So like when you're 8, 9, 10, hitting puberty and your hormones are changing, your growth plates are a lot more sensitive to force and to overuse and inflammation. So when you're 18, it's not as severe. You're still growing until you're 25. Your brain isn't fully formed until you're 25. So this is why college drinking and shit and stuff when you're really young, it's really not good for you. It's really not good for you. I did my share, but it's really not good. I think about all the fucking shit that I did before I was 25. Yeah. You know, we all make decisions, but it's really not good for brain development and function. Anyway, you're 18, you can be lifting. You can be lifting. John B, 52, Papa Swole, with a good diet and strict gym routine, how much progress is realistic within 3 months? There's no way to quantify that. You can make a lot of progress in 3 months. Depends on how much body fat you have to lose, what experience you have, if you've been exposed to training. Everyone's different. So a good diet? No, I mean, you need a fucking on-point nutrition protocol. Gym routine is how you execute your nutrition. It's how you execute your training. 3 months. Stop worrying about the short term. Focus on long-term habits. You'll make better decisions in the short term. That is, I'm telling you, that is fire. That's fire advice. Focus on long-term goals. Focus on long-term approaches. This is why the 7 pillars, again, for everyone. I don't care if you're brand new to the podcast, brand new to the Swole fam, or, you know, whatever it is, brand new to training. If you are approaching from a long-term mindset, all right, you're focusing on the day-to-day, you're focusing on your 7 pillars, you will make that progress long-term. All right. If you have the right mindset of every single day I need to execute, every single day I'm building habits for the rest of my life, doesn't mean you can't focus on building muscle, doesn't mean you can't focus on certain skills, doesn't mean you can't focus on your physique, but you're still chopping your foundation is the 7 pillars. And if you have long-term goals and a long-term vision, and you're doing this for the journey, you're doing this for building character and self-development, you're going to make better decisions in the short term. And this is what people get it reversed. They always focus on quick, short term, and then their long term is trash. And they fall off, they quit, they give up, they think they can maintain it. They make bad decisions in order to get a lot of results in a short term. There's no foundation and it fucking crumbles. This is where that 95% of diets fail bullshit's, because most people do shit stupid. So of course you're going to fucking fail. You did the wrong thing from the start and you're shocked that it failed. Oh my God, diets don't work. No, you did the wrong fucking stuff or you're an idiot. You didn't try hard enough. You didn't like if you do the right shit, you can be right the first fucking time. Some people keep on failing until they figure it out. All right. I wasn't always doing things the way I'm doing them now. I wasn't always doing it this way. So I still made a lot of progress, but now I'm making even more progress. Anyway, let's see. Mafer Mezamena. Mafer Mezamena. 1980. Papa Swole, what things should I eat to get my tummy flat again? Oh, God, fuck this guy. Stop eating shit. Go to swolenormousx.com, download the 7 pillars, check out our blog, elimination diet, lifting weights, yoga, meditation, all 7 pillars. you need to focus on. That's a very basic fucking question. It's a weak ass question. But this is not for you to take offense to it. This is just, what things should I eat to get my tummy flat? Follow the 7 pillars and you'll lose fat around your stomach. Hate those questions. Hate those questions. Cutting out inflammatory foods. It all starts with nutrition and training in your community, meditation, sleep. TCAP, it's a long-term thing. Losing weight is just the beginning. Indeed. JP, Papa Swole, I went to the gym and was comfortable with closed. Should I make a list to see what I am looking for in a gym? And I was comfortable with closed. Oh, the gym I went to and you were comfortable with closed down. Oh, okay. Should I make a list to see what I'm looking for in a gym? I don't know. You want a gym that has weights? What are you looking for? Make a list? To whom? To you? I don't care. Like, just go find another gym. There you go. Go to another gym. Find another one. Steffi, I watched Fat 2 today. What is Fat 2? What's Fat 1? Is that a movie or something? Tyler, during certain exercises, can you rep, let's say, 10 and put the weight down, wait 30 seconds, and go to failure not too heavy? I see this with coaches all the time. 10 reps, put the weight down, wait 30 seconds and go to failure. That's just cardio, man. That's just a high rep set. I mean, go to failure. You're just giving yourself short rest. That's really just muscle endurance. That's not going to optimize muscle building. You're better off. Certain exercises doesn't mean there's not an application for drop sets and shit like that. There's application for it. But if you're trying to build muscle, you're better off picking a weight, resting longer, or picking a weight that you can only do like 6 to 10 times and failing within that 6 to 10 rep range and just going as heavy as you fucking can for those reps where you can be successful anywhere between 6 and 10 for a failure. I mean, you see that with coaches all the time. I mean, this is the kind of stuff. Look, the thing with coaching, the thing with personal training, this is where it can go south. I'm not saying every trainer does this. I'm just saying a lot of trainers do this because trainers have to do this. You have to create excitement for your clients because every time you train a client, even if they bought a package or whatever, you're always reselling them on their need for you and you're trying to keep it exciting. And here's the thing. This is the problem with personal training. It's the problem with clients and people that don't understand what it takes for results. It takes months and months and months. Most people go to a personal trainer. They're going to 8 weeks, they're going to fucking change their goddamn body. Yeah, maybe just at the very surface. You might think you're making a lot of changes, but that's just the tip of the fucking iceberg. So what do trainers have to do? Trainers have to constantly be tweaking things, adjusting things, making it exciting, making the person be like, wow, that was new. Oh my God, I feel exhausted. The goal of most personal trainers is just to make the other person feel like they're fucking spent. Lying on the floor. Oh my God, my trainer is so savage and so brutal. That doesn't mean that you're getting great results. The trainers just needs to constantly make you feel like you need them in order to justify their existence. There's nothing wrong with personal training, but a lot of people think it's going to be a short-term thing and they don't really budget for it. Or they think that, and trainers approach it like it's supposed to be some fucking exciting. You have trainers on like a Bosu ball with like a fucking rope and then jumping down and using like a fucking kettlebell. Like, what the fuck are you doing? People want to have a physique. You need to have them lift, eat well, get quality sleep, and eat better food. Again, it's not fancy shit. Oh my God, but I get bored with it. Who fucking cares? Do you want the results or not? Boring is relative. You need to simplify it and fucking do the same shit. Like, hey, you're going to do the same shit over and over again for years. You're going to push yourself and it's going to be really uncomfortable. And a lot of people, everyone's going to tell you to eat other shit. Everyone's going to tell you that you're fucking crazy and then you're obsessed. And blah, blah, blah. And you're going to have to turn down a lot of things that people want you to do because it's not healthy for you. It's not good for you. And it's going to take you away from your focus. People don't want to hear that. They want to be like, I want to just do anything I want and get amazing results. Good luck with that. That's why most people fail. Most people don't get results. Most people want a lot of results and most people just want a lot of results with no fucking effort. Shocker. People want to make millions of dollars. And how do I make passive income? You don't. You don't. Passive income. How do I make money without working hard? You don't. You fucking don't. I want to make passive income. No such thing. It takes fucking work no matter what. Let's see. All right. He's knocked out. Yeah, he's got these guys red, white, and swole collar. All right, we'll take a few more questions. If you got them, drop them in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Oh, that was nice. That was nice.
I'm totally comfortable in my body. I just don't want to be in pain.
Callie.Faye, Papa Swolio, am I lazy or motivated for just working my whole body at the gym instead of a legs, chest, etc. day? I don't know if you're either. I think you just lazy or motivated. Either motivation's bullshit. You're definitely not lazy. You worked your whole body at the gym. Well, that's great. It sounds like you did a workout it sounds like you're exercising rather than training. So it doesn't matter what the split is. Like the split's the least interesting thing. When everyone asks me like, hey, what's a good split? Well, there's a lot of them. The right split depends on what you need to accomplish. If you're training properly, then what you're doing is leading you to the goal that you want. If you're just exercising, you're going to feel tired. You might build some muscle. You might, have a good workout, but then there's no purpose behind it. Like every time I'm doing a training session, it's based on what I did before and already and what I'm doing tomorrow or the next day. Like there's a reason behind it. Okay, I'm going to do this today because then tomorrow I'm doing this. And then the next day I'm doing this because when I do this, this, and this, that's going to lead me to this. Like that's what training is. Everything has a purpose. I'm just going like, hey, how do I feel tired? Let me just do some exercise. Oh, I did this. Oh, that looks fun. Let me go do that. Never do that. Never fucking do that. Sometimes I do things because I'm like, hey, it's a beautiful day. I want to be outside. Everything's got a purpose. I'm not just doing shit to be tired. And that's the problem. People just work out. They're like, hey, I want to feel exhausted. I'm just going to lift some things. Well, that's why people don't get the results that they want. There's no target. There's no direction. It's not training. That's just exercising. Jardel, Papa Swolio, do you have any tips on how someone can prevent themselves from being chronically tired? Yeah, get more sleep. Get more sleep. It could be your nutrition too. It could be like mineral imbalance too. They could be low on things like magnesium or electrolytes possibly, but chances are it's sleep. How's your sleep, bro? And your nutrition. If you're chronically exhausted and fatigued, it could be something that you're eating that's causing you some imbalances. Do you drink a lot of caffeine? Are you having trouble falling asleep at night? Do you drink caffeine later in the afternoon? Who said this? Judith, Papa, have you heard about people taking diabetes medication because it causes rapid weight loss? I mean, people take a lot of things. I don't know. Is that metformin or is that something else? I mean, people take a lot of stuff. People take, I forget what it's called, clenbuterol. Like people take, is that asthma medication? People take all sorts of shit. Not good. Not good. I mean, people take diabetes medication because they have diabetes. So the question is, like, why aren't you attacking the reason why you have diabetes to begin with? Let's focus on that. Juan Panman. Hey, Papa, I've been waking up with a terrible backache. It's probably because of my sleeping position. My sleep is usually very shallow, too. Any advice? What do you mean shallow? Like short? Shallow? Are you sleeping underwater? What's your sleeping position? You're going to tell me it's probably because of my sleeping position and not tell me what your sleeping position is? I would recommend a couple options. Either if you're sleeping on your back, make sure you have a low profile pillow that goes under your neck and also like a bolster or like a pillow that goes under your knees. Or another great way to sleep is on your side with a body pillow. So your arm and your leg and your bottom leg is straight and your top leg is bent and pulled over. So you're kind of like hugging the side of a body pillow. It's great for spinal alignment. You can give me much detail. You can give me much to work with there, bro. DGW, Papa Swolio, what's your favorite thing to eat for dinner? Goddamn fucking steak. Give us some steak. One of my favorite meals, we've been doing it for a while, Mama Swolio and I love. We love our bone broth. So we make fresh bone broth, and we have a little bit of white rice, and we have ground beef chunks, as well as either like leftover ribeye, and we chop it all up and we throw it in the broth. So we have like a soup, and it's just super high protein bone broth soup. It's fucking amazing. I could literally eat that every day. It's so good. Just tons of salt. It's fucking awesome. So good. So good. Oliver, where'd you get those glasses? Amazon, my guy. Where does anyone get anything anymore? Completely not USA, but it has the flags on it, so we'll take it. We'll take it. I think I have it in the Amazon store. I think I have it. Okay, let's see. Trevere 270. Papa Swole, what's your opinion on knee sleeves? I'm thinking of ordering them to continue progressing with weight during leg days. Any brands you recommend? No, I don't use them. I would recommend strengthening your knees. You're not going to need knee sleeves. If you did, I mean, I guess I do have a brand I'd recommend. I think SBD is a really good one that people use, but I don't understand why people really need them. If you have strong knees, you're not going to need knee sleeves. So have you done any of the ankle, knee, or hip mobility masterclasses, doing like reverse sled pulls every day, doing step downs, deep lunges, ass to grass lunges, elevated heel squats, like split squats, Bulgarian squats, activating your anterior tibialis, making sure you have great dorsiflexion, Nordic curls. These are great ways to strengthen your knees. Jefferson curls for the hamstrings. Check out the masterclass section. I've never used knee sleeves. And my knees feel stronger than ever. I just don't have personal experience. I thought about it, but I just never went through with doing it. In other words, I think the reason why you're getting the knee sleeves is important. Do you have an injury or something that bothers you, and then you're getting them to kind of, like, you're just covering it up. You're not solving the problem, is my point. Let's see. Rihanna, how do I train myself to not be a stomach sleeper? What I recommended, try a body pillow. It's a great way to do it. For the side sleeper. For side sleeping. Oh, that was all right. I mean, not bad. Juan Punman, Papa Swole, I usually curl up in a ball, fetal position, but it feels weird when I don't sleep like that. With shallow sleep, I meant that I'm waking up regularly. Oh yeah, that's no good. So are you eating late at night? Like what time do you go to sleep? Do you go to sleep at the same time every night? Do you work nights? Like what are your habits? Getting down to it. If you're waking up regularly, are you drinking a lot of water before bed? Are you waking up to piss? Are you just waking up a lot? Do you have a cold room? Is it all blacked out? Do you have any LED lights in there? Do you have Wi-Fi on? Shit like that. Like all that stuff should be out of your room. Cerny, what'd you mean when you wrote the card right under Rufus? Learn when to stop. Oh, well, some people, like, depends on what you're doing, people go too far. So learn when to stop. A lot of times people will go down a certain path. They'll take a certain approach, whether from business, whether from relationships, whether from, learning a new strategy or a new skill. Know when to stop. Know when enough is enough. You go hard, you finish it when it's done, but know when to stop. Some people, depending on what they're achieving, they don't know when enough is enough. And they don't, like, it can go in many different directions, in many different aspects. So you have to know when the job is done, or know when to pull back and maybe take a different direction. You have to know when to stop. Trevere, former dancer, 25 years, genetically tall and knees become compromised. I don't think that's like, it's just because you're tall. Like, it's because you need to strengthen the knees. Check out those master classes. It'll change the game for you. It's really important. A lot of people, most people are sitting down all the time. Their ankles are locked. Their knees are constantly in the same position. People have horrific muscle and joint imbalances. And Like, it's not surprising why most people have knee injuries and back injuries. Most people are unhealthy. Most people are obese. So it's like, you're not destined to that. That's just because you haven't done the right exercises in order to strengthen your knees. So it doesn't mean that you're not doomed at all. I don't buy it. All right. I think we're there. All right, well, we'll take one more question. Shaggy Space Dude, Papa Swolio, how do you push past appetite limits to make sure you're getting a sufficient calorie excess bulking? Well, you have to eat when you're full. So I would make sure if you're doing this, if you're bulking, make sure you do an elimination diet, eat the right foods, okay? Doesn't mean that you eat shit food, but you're going to be eating when you're full. So a couple strategies, because I did this myself. I don't do it anymore, but this is how I used to eat, is you have to eat small meals. So you can frequently eat based on the clock and what you objectively need to eat. Don't wait till you're hungry. So the reason why bodybuilders and people that are bulking hard eat small meals more frequently, it's because it's really hard to eat big fucking meals throughout the day because it's work. You need to break it up so your body gets used to eating food. So it's not as strenuous on your digestive system. So you have to get very black and white and numerical about it. I'm not very big on calorie counting, but if you're objectively trying to bulk, you need to make sure objectively that you're getting enough calories. So this is where calorie counting is important, but it's only important after you're focusing on food quality. So I never say calories don't matter. I never say like the macros matter, the micros matter, but the food quality is number one. And then you need to objectively be eating. So if you need 3,000 calories a day to be from where you're at to bulk, then you better be eating 3,000. Now, I mean 3,000 when I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if you're tired. I don't care if you're full. It's like bulking is you're eating this because it's time to eat this. And this is why I always say, this is why people don't make fucking progress. Because if you're trying to put on muscle, you're trying to put on size, you need to eat the food that you're supposed to eat because it's time to eat that food. That's what it's like. And that's why most people don't get results like that. Most people don't put on a ton of muscle. Most people do it properly because it's discipline. It's fucking tons of discipline. So you're eating this meal because it's time to eat this meal. Otherwise, you're not going to get what you want. And that's it. And that's it. So yes, if you're eating, and like Judah said, if you're eating, let's say 6 meals, 300 calories a meal, it's easy to go 6 meals, 350. You had 50 calories per meal. What is that? Another 2 bites of steak or something? That's easy. And then you go 6 meals, 400 calories. It's much easier than being like, hey, I'm eating 2,000. Let me eat 3. Like, have one fucking meal. It's not good for you. You're going to be, you don't want to overstuff yourself because then your stomach is all full and it's hard to process and digest it. You're barely functional. You need to still lift, right? If you're eating 6 meals or 5-6 meals a day, you're still lifting, you're still training, you're still functioning. And I don't like that. I don't like that approach. I mean, I'm still maintaining muscle and building muscle and all that kind of stuff. But, I'm eating probably kind of grazing at some points, more or less at the most, like 1 to 2 times a day. That's what I eat. Yeah. All right. There's a little Rufus reprieve. Very nice. Good questions, fam. Remember, we got a bunch of stuff going on inside Swole Number 6. By the way, we didn't talk about it earlier. Shame on me. I'll put it in the pre-roll for those that are going to listen to the podcast later. But tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time, we have our accountability meeting. Be there. Yes, we released amazing stuff last week, but we're going to do it again. More applause. Tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. Live call. If you got more questions and you're a member, you can come up on stage and ask me personally. You can call in. You can ask in the live chat. It's going to be a fun time. Also, we have our overtime segment from this past Friday is available now in Swole TV. So members, SwoleNumber6.com, join the fam. If you haven't, go check the latest overtime. If you missed it, it's fucking awesome. Overtime was absolutely legit. And without further ado, papaswolio.com to check out all the America gear. Use code DailySwole for 10% off. We got the Swole variant. We have Swole since birth. We have all the flags. We have so much stuff over there at papaswolio.com. Check out all the flags, the new Sun the Nips gear. It's all available. Toxic Muscularity. Check us out over there at papaswolio.com. Use code DailySwole for 10% off. Now let's give away today's Swole card. Here we go. Who's got that Swole privilege? All right, we got a winner. Mr. Joe, Mr. Joe Frosty Balls. Congratulations, you frosty fucking bald man. You're on fire. Didn't you win one recently? Congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com, swolecard 2220 Schwam in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email. Very nice. Congratulations, Mr. Frosty Balls. Congratulations. We'll take some soundboard requests right now. Make sure you share the podcast. Share the links, thedailyswole.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere that you are. Bang in your ear holes. Leave us a 5-star review and make sure you share the podcast. Thanks for being here. We'll be back. We got tomorrow. We got our accountability meeting at 12 noon Eastern time. And then on Tuesday, we'll be back here for the public live stream. 2223 back here on Tuesday. It's fantastic. Congratulations again to Mr. Frosty Balls. Let's get a little tyrannical tuck to kick us off.
There's tiny tuck, typical tuck, total tuck, and the tyrannical tuck.
No medication except my fucking antidepressants.
You can be fat and be healthy. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
March in your general direction.
You're welcome, Kim. Thank you for being here. A nice, chill Sunday fun day Q&As with the fam. I love how we get it done. I love it. We got a little tainty boy reprieve.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Hi, it's Greg. Could you milk me?
Loud noises!
Come on, man. And no more shenanigans, no more tomfoolery, no more ballyhoo.
That's a tainty boy. Oh, yeah.
I will rain down an ungodly fucking firestorm upon you.
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
Fucking nailed it.
He's on fire! First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
No hands. Oh, fucking nailed it. All right. Fam-wise. Rufus, good boy. Say hi to the fam. Rufus, good boy. Tainty man. Where's my tainty man? You can say goodbye? Say goodbye to the fam. Oh, that's a good boy. Aww. He's such a good boy. All right, fam, we'll see you tomorrow for the accountability meeting, 12 noon Eastern time. You can join now, swolenormousx.com. And of course, we will be back here for episode 2223. Like I said, make sure you share the stream, share the podcast, leave us a review, and follow us on all social media. All those links in the description down below. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Oh.
crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you laid, that's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant, on topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons out closets and making new